Bonsoir Alicia. Hello Teddy. Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir tout le monde. Bienvenue. Bonsoir Natacha. Bonsoir tout le monde, bienvenue. Bonjour mes modératrices. Bonsoir Virginie. Merci, c'est gentil. Bienvenue à tout le monde. J'espère que vous allez bien, que vous avez passé une bonne journée. Et voilà notre invité surprise. Bien à l'heure. Ah, ça c'est les Anglais. Ils sont magnifiques. Je vais éteindre la musique. Hey. Good evening.
Good
How are
evening.
you?
I'm good, thank you. Bonjour.
You can put your, if you press on your image, you can put your camera on.
Oh. There we go.
It's better.
Oh, has it gone back off again?
Yeah.
Hang on. There we go. There we
Voilà.
go. Hello.
Hello. Bonsoir
Hello,
tout
good
le
evening.
monde. Good evening. Alors, people are coming, hein. Let's just give some minutes. Donc, j'ai le grand plaisir de vous présenter ce soir Monsieur Adam Berry, qui est enseignant médium au collège Arthur Findlay en Angleterre et qui nous fait le plaisir d'être avec nous ce soir. C'est un bel événement. Thank you so much for being there, Adam.
Oh, thank you. I'm just getting the last bit of the sunlight, I think.
Oh, yeah, must be nice. Must be nice.
Good evening,
Hello.
Mr. Adam Berry. Good evening. Thank you. It's lovely to be here. Hi, Jean. Hello, Natasha.
So where are
this is
you
my
exactly?
second TikTok live.
Where are you exactly, Adam?
I'm in Cape Verde. Sal in Cape Verde. It's a lovely place.
Donc, il se trouve au Cap-Vert, en vacances, dans le sud du Cap-Vert. Et il nous fait le plaisir de prendre un moment pour être avec nous. And he is so kind to be a little bit with us tonight.
Yes.
Very kind of him. So maybe we'll let a little bit people coming in before maybe talk a little bit better, if you don't mind.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
You had a good day?
Yeah, it's been another lazy day really with the in the sun, and yeah, it's been nice. We've got a day tomorrow where we're doing it's called the postcard trip, where we're going to go around the island, and we're going to go into a salt lake which is full of salt. Wow. A lake full of salt, but you can actually float in it, which is going to be apparently it's very nice for the skin.
Beautiful.
So looking forward to that.
Il explique qu'il est en vacances, qu'il va faire demain un tour de l'île et qu'il va aller dans les lacs de sel où il va pouvoir flotter. Donc il profite de ses vacances parce qu'il travaille beaucoup quand même, because you're working a lot otherwise, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
And we have Natasha tonight. Natasha is a student from the college too. So you have some student of the college and some people who don't know anything about it. Yeah. Bon, attention, il y a un sous-marin, les petits loulous, s'il vous plaît. Donc les modiums, si vous voulez bien me couper ça tout de suite. Merci.
We got someone the acceptor of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I call that submarine. So I said to my moderator, please shoot that, please, because they always come to make problems. Yes. Always. Yeah. That's TikTok.
Yeah.
So I call that submarine. I say to them, "Oh, be careful, there's a submarine. Please drone it."
Do you get those that try to cast a spell as well, take spells away and all that sort of stuff?
Not so much. Donc je lui
No.
explique pour le sous-marin. Il me dit, est-ce que tu en as aussi qui viennent pour jeter des sorts? Je dis, non, non, ça, nous, on n'a pas trop, ça va. Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir les gens qui arrivent. So I was there late morning, and I told them, you know, we have a surprise person coming, so that's why.
I
They
hope
try
they're not
to be on time.
disappointed.
No, never. Never. Bonsoir Lou. Bonsoir tout le monde. Merci pour vos j'aime. Donc voilà, comme je vous l'avais promis, on attend encore quelques minutes, we'll still wait a couple of minutes. And I have two beautiful moderators. If you do lives, you need to have some moderator because they can take care of submarines.
Yeah. Have you got a moderator then?
Yeah, I have three.
Yeah.
Three wonderful people.
A tree. Ah,
Yes.
wonderful. Wonderful.
And they're going to start learning mediumship also with Lynn Parker soon. So it's good.
Wonderful.
Bonsoir Catherine. Bonsoir
Well,
tout le monde.
I've got Helen that helps me when I do the sitting in the power on a Monday evening. She's behind the scenes and helping people to come in onto the Zoom, and it just helps me to. She messages people as well, so it helps me to be able to just speak and do what I need to do. So it's wonderful. She's
Exactly,
a wonderful
you
help.
really need that, isn't it? Oui, il explique qu'il a aussi une modératrice, mais il est tout nouveau sur les live TikTok, donc je lui expliquais que c'était bien d'avoir des modérateurs. I'm just translating what I said.
Okay.
Bonsoir, tout le monde arrive, magnifique. Alors écoutez, je propose qu'on demande d'abord à Adam de se présenter et puis de nous dire pourquoi il est devenu médium. Wow, thank you so much, beautiful heart. Maybe Adam, could you present yourself as medium and teacher and explain a little bit what it is to be a teacher at the college, because people don't know anything about the college.
Okay, yeah. So at the moment, I'm still training at the college. I'm up to a stage where I've done all my assessment weeks and passed all my assessment weeks, and I just need to do the academic sort of things now and get a diploma with the Spiritualist National Union to be able to become an approved tutor of the Findlay College.
Okay, don't hang on, let me translate, please.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, I know, that's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem, I know. Difficult to be a translator. Donc il dit que pour le moment, il est toujours occupé à étudier au collège Arthur Findlay et qu'il est en train de passer ses assessments pour avoir l'agrégation pour devenir un enseignant totalement agréé par le collège. Can you explain, Adam, what is the journey to become a tutor, you know,
at
recognized by the college?
Yeah.
Yes, because that's important.
Well, it always started off with, I mean, the things have changed a lot now. It was the SD1 for me, which was speaking and demonstrating, and that was an academic study.
Okay, so d'abord il fallait, what was it, teacher and
Speaking and demonstrating.
Oh là, d'accord. Donc le premier stade, c'est pouvoir parler et faire la démonstration de médiumnité. Ça, c'est le premier stade d'études au collège pour devenir enseignant. Yes?
And hand in hand with that came the platform accreditation scheme.
Et puis après, c'est l'accréditation pour aller sur la plateforme et faire des démonstrations sur la plateforme.
So the platform accreditation scheme was something where you had to get your book signed, you had to do speaking and demonstration, 25 of each discipline.
Ok, donc pour pouvoir obtenir cette accréditation, il y a une discipline d'un état de 25, aussi bien pour parler que pour faire la démonstration de médiumnité, donc c'est très précis.
So it took me about 2 years to fill those books in and get them signed at the time, because I was just starting off doing services and what have you.
Ok, donc lui, en Angleterre, le spiritualisme, il y a des églises, hein, donc il faisait des services divins, et puis ça lui a pris 2 ans pour obtenir cette accréditation de plateforme.
But then at the end of like the, say for example the pass, you have to go in front of a final assessment board.
Donc après, il y avait un assessment terminal aussi qu'il fallait faire.
And the final assessment board is where you'll get a panel of 3 people with SNU qualifications.
Donc le panel final, vous avez 3 personnes qui vous donnent les qualifications. Donc il y a des enseignants qui vous observent et qui donnent l'accréditation.
And they assess the standard of your mediumship and your speaking, and they also ask you some questions as well that are relating to spiritualism.
Alors donc ils vont vérifier votre qualité en tant que parler pour le monde spirituel, en tant que médium, la qualité de votre travail de médium. Ils vous posent aussi des questions par rapport à ce que vous connaissez du spiritualisme.
So for a nervous person like myself that didn't like to be in front of people and speak was kind of difficult.
Yeah, it teaches a lot, isn't it? Bon, pour
Yeah.
une personne nerveuse comme lui, il y avait difficile d'être devant les gens et parler. Ça a été quelque chose d'un peu difficile à passer.
And I actually failed my, or they call it remediate, my speaking first of all, because it was too short.
Ok, donc au début, il n'a pas réussi le fait de parler devant le public parce que c'était un peu trop court.
You had to speak for 10 minutes. It's 15 minutes with 2 communications from the spirit world and 10 minutes of a spiritual address.
Ok, donc en fait, il faut pouvoir faire 2 contacts de 15 minutes et puis une guidance ou une adresse de 10 minutes. Donc c'était un peu trop court, ça, son adresse. Enfin,
Okay, so then you go on to the certificate for the Spiritualist National Union, which is a level up, which is actually an award of the Spiritualist National Union. So the pass is an accreditation, but then you go in and through an award, which is the certificate for the Spiritualist National Union.
donc dans le passé, c'était l'accréditation et puis maintenant, vous recevez un award qui est, si vous voulez, l'accréditation finale pour être enseignant. Bonsoir tout le monde.
And similarly, you have to go through certain workshops and understand, and you have to do another a course, academic course, which teaches you more about more in depth about speaking and demonstrating, and about presentation, how you present yourself.
Ok, après ça, il y a un cours académique qui va vous apprendre comment vous présenter et comment mieux parler du monde spirituel aux gens.
So again, I did that, and you have a final assessment board with that.
Il a fait ça aussi, donc il a aussi réussi cela.
And it's 15 minutes with 2 communications again. It's a 15-minute address speaking. And you also had to do a 5-minute unrehearsed inspirational reading.
Oh, that's interesting. Donc ça, c'est de nouveau 15 minutes de contact défunt, 2 fois 15 minutes, 10 minutes de parler pour le monde spirituel, et puis il doit aussi faire une lecture, une lecture inspirée du monde spirituel. Donc une guidance quelque part. On parle de la part des guides.
Okay, so what I have to add at this point as well is that in 2016 I won the Gordon Higginson Memorial Scholarship, which was you actually, the scholarship means that the SNU pay for your education, and I got 3 weeks at the college for 3 years. Well, a week a year at the college for 3 years. So it was a 3-year scholarship.
Wow. Et après ça, il a eu la grande chance de gagner la bourse, si vous voulez, Gordon Higginson, qui était un de nos très grands médiums. Et cette bourse lui donne 3 ans d'études avec des 3 semaines de cours pendant 3 ans qu'il doit faire.
So this really helped and went hand in hand with me with my education and training with the SNU. And through that, so now I had the CSNU, I then went on to teacher training. So that's a CSNU-T, small t.
Ok, d'accord. Alors, it's a bit complicated for the French people, isn't it? Donc, en fait, il a
Yeah.
l'accréditation C. C comes for, where does C come from? CSNU.
Certificate of the Spiritualist National Union.
Yeah,
And the
alors,
T is the discipline. So
teaching.
when you see like a DST, D means demonstrating, S means speaker, and T means teacher.
Ok, alors, donc C, c'est certificat, SNU, Spiritual National Union, T, c'est enseignement. Donc, il a ce certificat-là. Et pour chaque branche, il y a à chaque fois une lettre devant le SNU et une lettre derrière. Donc, il y a différentes. I'm just making it short, saying, you know, there is different levels because it's very complicated for people. Thank you so much for explaining that. Donc, voilà, vous voyez, il y a beaucoup de niveaux différents pour les enseignants, ce qui prouve que vous avez des enseignants qui sont vraiment agréés. Moi, je dis c'est vraiment une université. I'm saying, you know, there's a lot of teaching to become accredited by so it is really like a university in a sense, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And because I'm not academic, I've actually got dyslexia, and I was a school failure really, and I didn't have I failed most of my exams. So this really, to me, was my university in some ways of my passion, of my experience, of what I wanted to do.
Donc il dit pour lui, il était dyslexique en enfant, donc à l'école il avait énormément de difficultés. Donc pour lui, c'était vraiment son université, c'était la crème de la crème, ce qu'il avait toujours voulu faire. Donc il s'est mis à fond là-dedans pour le devenir, quoi. So congratulations.
Thank you. So that CSNUT took 2 years. The teacher training took 2 years. In completion, it was 4 weekends over 2 years, and it's quite a challenging experience as well. Yeah.
It must be. Donc ça a pris 2 ans pour être ce CSNUT, comme je viens de vous expliquer. Ça lui a pris 2 ans d'études, donc ça a vraiment été un solide challenge pour lui. Donc voilà, tout ça, ça vous explique le sérieux des enseignants du collège. Donc all of that explain that it's extremely serious. When you are a student, the teachers are really qualified. Les enseignants sont extrêmement qualifiés. C'est pas juste quelqu'un qui va suivre une semaine de cours et puis vous donner cours. C'est pour ça que je vous parle de ça. But I'm just always saying, you know, if you come to the college, it's extremely serious. It's not somebody who has 1 week mediumship and then start teaching. That's very important to press the button on that for people who comes, you know.
Absolutely. It's a big commitment. It's a lot of dedication, and you know, a lot of the things, especially in England where we're serving churches and centres, and you know, we do go out and run workshops, and then now like going to the college for weeks, it's kind of like a big take out of your life, out of your personal life. And if like with me working full time, you know, you have to take those holidays as well, and it's like looking at the holidays that you have to take because you want to spend it with your family, and it's, you know, it's very big commitment.
Yeah. Donc il dit c'est vraiment une vocation, parce que lui il a un travail en dehors de ça. Ils ne vivent pas de ça. Donc pouvoir faire tous ces cours, pouvoir maintenant passer des semaines au collège où il va enseigner aussi. Bah, il a sa vie de famille, il doit prendre ça sur ses vacances, il doit prendre ça sur sa vie de famille, et puis s'arranger avec son travail aussi. Donc la médiumité, c'est une vocation. Mediumship, it's really would you say vocation? It's really a dedication. Yes, exactly, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is. And obviously at the end of the teacher training, which was still before the college, it's at that level where they invite you to become, to see if you can be good enough to work at the college. So you get invited to be assessed then for a week assessment at the college. So
yes,
that's another.
Yeah, I've seen that with a lady in the French week. Oui, après ça, quand vous avez réussi tout ça, ils vont vous inviter pendant une semaine où vous allez enseigner aux élèves. mais vous allez avoir des enseignants qui vont vous coter et puis qui vont voir si vous avez la qualité pour pouvoir devenir enseignant agréé du collège. Donc c'est encore le cran au-dessus, quoi. So yeah, it's a lot of stress, hein.
Yeah. But it's also rewarding. I mean, I've said all that in a nutshell, and it's been a process of a journey and an experience. So it's, people will probably think, oh my gosh, I can't do that, or it's too much. But I never really aspired to become a tutor at the college. I have to say that.
Ok, donc il dit, les gens se disent toujours, oh mais mon Dieu, mais c'est terrible, c'est beaucoup trop et tout ça. Et dit lui, mais je me suis lancé là-dedans et j'avais jamais eu l'idée de devenir enseignant du collège. Donc c'est une route aussi quelque part. Bonsoir tout le monde.
Because when I first went there in 2005, it was an amazing experience.
Non, parce que quand il est allé en 2005, donc il a commencé en 2005, ça a été une expérience extraordinaire. But it's always an amazing experience when you go to the college. Aller au collège, c'est toujours une expérience absolument extraordinaire. C'est même en tant qu'élève, even as a student. Vous entrez, vous sortez jamais les mêmes. You come in and you always come out completely different, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It changes lives. Ça change
Absolutely.
les vies.
It is. It's transformational, and what I noticed was the difference of the quality of the mediumship before I went to the college. It was like mind-blowing when I went to the college, and it was like the feeling and the evidence, and it's like, wow.
Oui, il dit, il sent vraiment la différence dans sa médiumité. Quand il a commencé à aller au collège, il y a eu une énorme différence parce que c'était vraiment d'une puissance, d'une force. C'était vraiment, bon, on dit mind blowing, hein, l'explosion dans sa tête quelque part. Après, c'était juste waouh. C'était juste waouh. Ouais, yeah.
Because I remember we flew. A friend said to me, "Adam, you're coming to the college," and I didn't know what the Arthur Findlay College was at the time.
Donc, il se rappelle qu'il y avait un ami qui lui a dit, Adam, tu viens au collège. Il savait pas du tout ce que c'était l'Arthur Findlay College à ce moment-là.
And when we got to the airport, there was a lady there that my friend knew who was a tutor at the college, and I didn't know who she was.
Et là, quand il est arrivé à l'aéroport, il y avait une dame qui était enseignante du collège, que son ami connaissait, mais que lui, il savait pas du tout qui c'était.
And that lady, the tutor, she's now passed to the spirit world, but she was called Jill Harland.
Oh, Jean Harland. Ok, cette dame s'appelait Jean Harland, elle est maintenant décédée. Bonsoir tout le monde.
And what she did, she brought through, we were just having a coffee, and she brought through my friend's mother, and it was just absolute. I've never experienced anything like it. The information, the feeling, it was just incredible.
Et donc ils ont pris un café à l'aéroport et son amie donc connaissait cette enseignante. Et pendant qu'ils prenaient le café, elle a eu la maman décédée donc de cette amie et toutes les informations, tout ce qu'elle a dit, c'était tellement extraordinaire qu'il avait jamais vu ça avec cette intensité-là.
And that basically was the opener to what was to be expected at the Arthur Findlay College then, with the standard of the teaching and just the knowledge. I mean, just in the presence of, I had Glenn Edwards as my first tutor that week as well, which was amazing, learning about sitting the power, which is an absolute, it's a way of life for me now, in so many ways.
It must be for everyone, isn't it? Donc il a dit, voilà, c'est ça, passer cette semaine au collège, apprendre à s'asseoir dans la puissance, c'est ce que j'essaie de vous expliquer, s'asseoir dans la puissance, c'est la base de la médiumité. Donc c'était absolument, quand il a découvert ça, c'était absolument extraordinaire. I'm always trying to tell them sitting in the power is the base of the mediumship. First, like Gordon Higginson said, loving yourself, knowing yourself, being well with yourself, then sitting in the power. Comme je vous dis toujours, vous aimez vous-même, commencez par vous aimer vous-même, puis apprendre à vous asseoir dans la puissance pour monter vers le monde spirituel. Et quand on apprend ça, c'est when you learn that, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual journey. C'est un chemin spirituel, la médiumnité. C'est un chemin spirituel. And you know, Adam, it's so important here in TikTok. As you know, you have so many kind of people. Je dis ici sur TikTok, il y a tellement de choses, good one, bad one, but a lot
Yeah.
of weird things. Et on
Yeah.
doit vraiment, and we really need to say to people, on doit vraiment vous dire, la médiumité, c'est un chemin spirituel. C'est pas un phénomène de foire. It's like Estelle Roberts said, isn't it? It's not made to be fun things or
No.
no, it is really
Entertainment. It's not entertainment.
It's
Yeah.
not entertainment, and that
No.
is what we
No.
have to make understand on TikTok, because you
Yeah.
have so many people coming. J'explique à Adam simplement, on a tellement dans les lives de personnes qui passent, and when I'm just doing a chat talk, you know, on TikTok, and people
Yeah.
come, oh, can I have news about my father? Ils disent,
Yeah.
je peux avoir des nouvelles de mon père. And I'm just saying, I'm not connected. And if I want
No.
to do good work with your father, I need to,
Yeah.
by respect for your father, to take all the time to do it for you, for him. Moi, je dis toujours, je ne
Absolutely.
peux pas parce que je dois passer, par respect pour le défunt, je dois prendre un moment pour être vraiment avec lui. And that's what we need to explain here on people, TikTok
Absolutely.
people.
Absolutely.
Really.
And I think as well, because we touched on it yesterday about the myths and misconceptions about spiritualism, about the spirit world, about what mediums do and don't do, and what spiritualism is and isn't. And that's what needs to sort of go out there, because there's so much fear-based that is put
Exactly.
into people.
Yeah. Donc il dit exactement, et c'est quelque chose, c'est le travail que nous, on doit faire en tant que médium ici sur TikTok, pour leur expliquer ce que c'est que la médiumité, pour vous expliquer ce que c'est que le spiritualisme, et pour vous déconstruire toutes les peurs que vous pouvez avoir. And French people, there's a lot of fear.
Yeah.
There's a lot of... donc chez les Français, il y a encore énormément de peurs et de choses à déconstruire. Sort of like... they call it, we call it in English, rescue circle. There's many people who think that souls have to be saved. Vous avez ces croyances de passeurs d'âme. And we forgot that 70 years ago, isn't it? Lynn is saying, oh my God, it's antique.
I know. But it's just, I mean, some of the things that sort of cross over are from, you know, the religious beliefs of a time as well. So, and some people cling to those beliefs, and they have their foot in both camps in some ways, and can't fully embrace what spiritualism is and the spirit world, and still hold that fear.
Exactly.
I'll
let you translate that.
I'll let you translate. I'm being mindful of you translating.
That's okay. That's okay. We need to do course together if you want. You know, I can translate for you if you want. We can talk about that.
That'd be wonderful.
I'm retired, so I have time. Donc il dit,
Ah.
laisse-moi traduire. Donc il dit absolument, mais les gens ont besoin de suivre leur chemin spirituel aussi. Il y a énormément de fausses croyances qui sont dues aux religions, aux choses comme ça. Puis il faut leur laisser le temps de voir que peut-être il y a des choses qui peuvent être vues différemment. On peut pas tout changer en une fois. Donc il faut tout doucement commencer à éveiller les consciences, en fait. C'est ça qui est important.
Yeah. I mean, where rescue circles are concerned as well, do you know, I have friends that believe in them as well, and I can't change their beliefs in that. And it's not for me to change their beliefs in that. I can only go off experience and the knowledge and understanding that I have. And I just do not believe that the intelligence would leave anybody behind. And that anything, you know, and who are we as in this human experience to think that we can rescue someone in the spiritual sense, you see? So it just doesn't make sense to me.
Exactement. Moi, j'ai la même vision des choses. Donc, il dit, moi, les gens qui ont cette croyance de passeur d'âme, je ne peux pas changer leur façon de voir les choses. Mais pour moi, ça n'a pas de sens parce que je ne peux pas croire une seconde que le monde spirituel laisse tomber les gens qui arrivent de l'autre côté. Et il y a une telle puissance, une telle grande force de l'autre côté que c'est pas possible. Et d'un autre côté, qui sommes-nous petits humains ici-bas pour arriver à faire passer quelqu'un? So, and also all the spirit guides said it, isn't it? Silver Birch, the teaching.
Yeah.
On a tellement d'enseignements aussi. Ça fait 150 ans qu'on a des enseignements où les choses sont dites, quoi. So we can only plant seeds.
Yeah. And don't you have like, is it Alan Kardec? Is that
Exactly.
French? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have Alan Kardec, and there are some things in his beliefs or the teachings of that are sort of outdated as well.
That's exactly what I think too. Donc il dit,
Yeah.
vous avez les Français Alan Kardec, et puis il dit dans ses enseignements, il y a des choses aussi qui sont un petit peu antiques et vieilles, qui doivent être mises à jour aussi. Et je dis exactement, c'est exactement ce que je pense aussi. I think the difference between the spiritualist and the spirit Kardec is that the spirit Kardec, they still follow the teaching of Kardec, who are so
Yeah.
old. So as you
Yeah.
said, they haven't updated it. Donc je dis, moi
Yeah.
je pense que chez les spirites, chacun everybody has its own belief.
Yeah.
Il y a des mises à jour à faire parce qu'ils suivent toujours les enseignements de Kardec, tandis que nous, on suit les enseignements de tous ces grands médiums qui sont là, qui viennent encore. And we follow the teaching of all the pioneers and the one who are
Yeah.
still teaching now. So that's
Yeah.
why we are more forwards, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, it's very similar. I have this mindset because we hold sort of like Gordon Higginson, Mr. Mediumship. He's and now obviously Mavis. You know, in high esteem in their incredible mediumship, their incredible philosophy, healing, all aspects of what they did. They just walked and taught the essence of spiritualism, of the spirit world, everything. And you know, some people aspire to be those people, and I'll just let you translate that bit.
Ok. Donc il dit, mais nous, on a justement tous ces grands guides, etc. Puis ces derniers grandes pointures comme Gordon Higginson, qui a été la personne grâce à laquelle on a ouvert le collège Arthur Findlay. Gordon Higginson was the one who worked to open the Arthur Findlay College. Also, isn't it? He was the one to work like a dog for
Yes.
opening
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Mavis Pitila, qui vient de décéder aussi. Donc, on a tous ces enseignements-là, de ces énormes pointures-là, qui nous mettent à jour aussi quelque part.
Yeah. So, and it's always that essence. I mean, if we bring Christianity into it and we bring Jesus into it as a spiritual leader, Buddha as a spiritual leader, you know, look at what they're pointing their finger at. What is it that they're pointing their finger at? And what is it that Gordon was pointing his finger at? What is it what Mavis was pointing their finger at? What is it that they were being within their presence? They were being the power, they were being the intelligence, and they trusted, they surrendered to that power.
Exactement.
And this is this, and we all should be attaining to the same thing as what they did, to be the best that we can be.
To be the best, yeah. Donc il dit, si on regarde le cœur des religions, si on regarde les enseignements de Jésus, si on regarde les enseignements de Bouddha, si on regarde les enseignements de nos grands médiums, Gordon Higginson, Mavis Pitila, sur quoi est-ce qu'il pointait le doigt? Il pointait le doigt sur le cœur qu'on a au fond de nous-mêmes et d'être le meilleur de nous-mêmes, de donner le meilleur de nous-mêmes, d'être les meilleures personnes possibles. C'est toujours le même enseignement. It's always the same teaching. The heart is the same teaching. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes, and what made them such great teachers is that they allowed the unfoldment of your soul to present itself, and not to make you a clone of them, or say you must do this, you must do that.
Exactly.
But they,
Let me translate that.
yeah, okay.
Ce qui ont fait d'eux des grands, because it's so important. Ce qui ont fait de ces gens-là, Gordon, Malvis, etc., des grands enseignants, c'est qu'ils ont permis le développement de vous-même, l'ouverture de vous-même pour que vous deveniez la meilleure personne possible et pas que vous deveniez, nous en tant que médium, et pas qu'on devienne des clones de Gordon, des clones de... Non, le meilleur possible qu'on puisse être. So somebody is saying that you have such an extraordinary wisdom.
Oh, thank
Somebody
you
is
very
saying
much.
thank you for your life so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know, it's such a pleasure to be here.
Some little thing for you. Okay. So somebody is asking, I'm just maybe, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
how can we be the best of ourselves with our hand on the heart and then have so many problems arriving to us?
Well, some of the problems make us the best because the only way that we can grow is sometimes through a struggle and to experience things and for us to learn compassion. We need to go through things ourselves to understand them and to understand ourselves and other people.
Exactly, that's what I think too. Donc sa réponse, bah, ce serait celle que j'aurais faite aussi, c'est que certains des problèmes qu'on doit vivre, ce sont des expériences de vie, ce sont des difficultés qui vont nous aider à être le meilleur de nous-mêmes, pouvoir comprendre les autres et apprendre la compassion pour pouvoir après être les meilleurs possibles.
And sometimes as well, it's like we've got a choice in life. Either when we do go through these problems in life, either to get better or get bitter.
Yeah, that's in English. It's difficult to translate.
Is it
En
just?
anglais, yeah, it is. Alors, être meilleur ou être plus amer. Mais c'est un jeu de mots parce que meilleur, c'est better et amer, c'est bitter. Donc, vous avez le choix. Ou bien vous êtes better, ou bien vous êtes bitter. Ou vous êtes meilleur, ou bien vous devenez plus aigre. Voilà, c'est
Yeah.
le choix que vous avez à faire. Yeah, Gerald is saying the energy of the heart. He's a lovely guy. He's doing a talk about the energy of the heart, which is so important. Yes, absolutely. So, can we leave a little bit time of for people asking questions? Is that okay for you?
That's absolutely fine. Yeah.
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 Donc, vous avez un grand enseignant du collège qui prend du temps pour vous ce soir, alors qu'il est en vacances. Donc, bien à votre aise, s'il vous plaît, que ça déroule pas. Si vous avez des questions à lui poser à propos du collège, à propos de la médiumité, profitez-en parce que c'est pas tous les jours. Quel honneur, what an honor. Thank you to the two of you. Thank you, sir. Nous pouvons devenir amers pour
You're
que
welcome.
we can become bitter so that other person become better. Yeah, bitter better. Yeah, oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Whichever
Adam,
way
thank
around.
you. Thank you for the sharing. I'm just translating what's coming for you.
Okay.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui a une question pour Adam? Sur le collège, sur l'enseignement, sur la médiumité? Merci beaucoup pour les cœurs. Thank you for the roses. Pas de questions? Ah bah dites donc.
I mean, going from yesterday as well when we had the conversation, you know, sometimes it's chaos and contemplation for us to be able to find a peace first. We need to go through all that turbulence to find the peace within our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a question for you. How many times does it take to make a student, to form a student at the college, please? Oh, to become a medium, how many times? How long does it take to become a medium at the college?
Well, that's a difficult question because it depends on the student because, you know, we say mediumship is you're a born medium and what we're doing at the college, sometimes you come in as a natural medium. You might be getting images and hearing things, and but you come into the college to learn and train within that and understand what's going on with you. So everyone's got a different understanding, different level of understanding. It took me a long time to get up on the platform. So whereas I know people can be up on
Let me
in 6
translate
months'
that.
time. Yeah.
Alors, il dit c'est une question extrêmement difficile parce que quand vous arrivez au collège, vous pouvez avoir des capacités, tout le monde a des capacités en soi, mais vous pouvez avoir des capacités en surface qui sont déjà actualisées, si vous voulez. Donc, ça dépend de la personne, du travail que vous allez à fournir. Lui, ça lui a pris 2 ans pour pouvoir arriver à faire des démonstrations pour le public sur le podium. Me, it took me as a student with Eileen and so on to say, okay, I'm a medium, I can do demonstration, I think 5 years.
Yeah.
Donc, ça
Yeah.
dépend. Moi, ça m'a pris 5 ans, donc ça dépend un petit peu. Let me see if there are other questions. Why is it so difficult to passer le cap, to be starting it, to say, okay, let's do it. I'm going to learn to be learning mediumship. Why is it so difficult?
Well, it depends in what context you're saying, because it's not difficult to start learning because you can go to a workshop or go to a class or something like that. I think the context of what you're trying to say is maybe, I mean, I'm just sort of feeling into this where as a student I used to go on weekend workshops or week and I'd have such a buzz and it'd be such a wonderful experience and thinking I can do this and I'm going to start doing this, and then as soon as you leave the college or leave
Yes, I
the
know.
class, it's like dumph, what happened?
Exactly. Alors il dit, je crois que je comprends un peu la question. Il dit, par exemple, voilà, quand on va, par exemple, une semaine au collège à la semaine francophone, on se dit, waouh, c'est magnifique, c'est absolument génial, waouh, je peux faire ça. Puis une fois que vous sortez, vous vous retrouvez tout seul, vous dites, oh là, oh mon Dieu, qu'est-ce qui se passe maintenant? Là, j'y arrive plus, quoi. Yeah, it is difficult, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is to
yeah,
put yourself outside your comfort zone.
yeah,
Some-
yeah, it is.
De sortir de sa zone de confort aussi quelque part.
Somebody just asked the question then, I just spotted that. How long did it take to find your voice in mediumship? Which I think is a very interesting
Okay, I'm
question.
translating the question. Combien de temps est-ce qu'il vous a pris, quelqu'un a dit, pour trouver votre voie de médiumité? Soit il trouve que c'est une question intéressante, il l'a comprise, donc il va y répondre. Yeah.
So shall I answer that question? So when I first walked into a spiritualist church, I was 19 years old.
Donc,
Okay,
quand
and
il est entré dans une école, dans une église, donc en Angleterre, c'est une religion. I'm just saying it again. It's a
yeah,
religion, c'est une religion. Il y a donc des églises spiritualistes dans beaucoup d'endroits. Donc, il est allé la première fois dans une église spiritualiste, il avait 19 ans. Yeah.
and I was so shy, so nervous. I didn't speak. I didn't like to speak in front of anybody. Never mind connect or think I could connect with the spirit world or speak any kind of philosophy or anything like that.
Donc, il était tellement timide, il avait tellement peur de parler pour lui, c'était absolument pas possible de parler du monde spirituel, de commencer à imaginer qu'il aurait pu faire ce genre de choses.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
it was around. I became a healer, a hands-on healer. That sat right with me at the time, and healing to this day is such a passion of mine.
Alors, donc, il a commencé à faire de la guérison. Donc, la guérison, dans les cadres des spiritualistes, on fait des cercles de guérison. Nous, on travaille, donc c'est passif, en fait. It's passive mediumship, isn't it? Healing is passive mediumship.
Passive, yeah,
Voilà.
and I was
C'est
more
plus
of a
facile.
passive introverted person. So I never saw myself being up on the platform or. I used to read tarot cards though. I did used to read tarot cards back
Ok,
then.
donc il était aussi psychique, hein, il lisait les cartes tarot, et puis ben, il se sentait bien avec la guérison, parce que c'est une médiumité passive, où donc l'énergie du monde spirituel passe à travers vous, vous avez rien à faire que de laisser
Yeah,
passer.
yeah. And I sat in my first awareness class for about 18 months and got absolutely nothing.
Et il s'est assis dans ces classes d'éveil de conscience pendant 18 mois, et il s'est passé absolument rien.
I just used to listen. I used to feel things, but I listened, and my conscious mind was saying, "Why are you bothering? Why are you bothering coming?" But something was taking me there. I felt this impulse to go there.
Donc, il se passait rien pendant 18 mois. Et il écoutait, il avait des ressentis, puis ben, son mental lui disait, mais pourquoi tu perds ton temps, quoi. Mais il continuait à y aller parce qu'il sentait qu'il y avait quelque chose qui se passait.
That was a time where around because I was 24 when I went to the Findlay College, so that was an add-on to my awareness class, and it was at that point where I did my first communication at the Findlay College,
Wow.
and I,
Donc,
and I was like, and I thought, gosh, I can
yeah,
do this.
donc, de ses 19 ans à ses 24 ans, il est allé au collège Arthur Findlay quand il avait 24 ans. Et c'est donc pendant sa semaine au collège Arthur Findlay qu'il a fait sa première communication en tant que médium. Donc, en tant qu'élève, bien sûr. Et il a juste fait waouh!
So after that, I became a bit of a workshop junkie. Um, I left the awareness class and I started going to because I wanted to explore more on a deeper understanding of fellow Glenn Edwards for a while.
Alors, Glenn Edward, yes, c'est Eileen Friend, isn't it? Et
Yeah,
puis
yeah.
après ça, il est devenu une espèce de junkie des cours. Donc il a suivi des cours, des cours, des cours parce qu'il voulait tout comprendre. Et il a été un élève d'un très grand médium qui est décédé maintenant, qui s'appelait Glenn Edwards.
Yeah.
He was Scottish, wasn't he, or Glenn Edwards?
No, no, he was from Liverpool, I think,
Okay,
originally. Yeah,
okay, I mixed
yeah,
it up because I know he knew Eileen. That's why. Okay.
yeah. So so then, yeah, I followed Glenn Edwards, and and I had friends that said tried to get me up on the platform, and I used to sit there and have you got anything? No, and I were like that for years and years.
Donc, il avait des amis qui essayaient de le mettre sur la plateforme donc pour faire des démonstrations. Et puis, allez, est-ce que tu as quelque chose qui vient? Et puis, ben non, non, il n'y a rien qui vient. Puis, ça a duré pendant plusieurs années.
In fact, there was one time where I got up and I gave this communication to this lady. I went straight to the lady. I gave her this information about her mum and about a lady, but it turned out it was a mum. But she said no, no, no to everything.
Oh my God. Donc, pour une fois, that's terrible, isn't it?
I know.
I know the feeling. Je
Yeah.
comprends le ressenti. Donc, il est allé, il a fait sa première communication une fois. Il est allé, donc, il y avait le public, hein, donc, comme c'est dans les églises spiritualistes, il est allé vers une dame. Il a dit, il y a une dame pour toi. Puis, bah, en fait, c'était une maman. Et puis, toutes les réponses de la dame, c'était non, non, non. Donc, bon, c'est terrible, quoi, hein.
Yeah. Um, so she said no, and then after, so I was thinking, what am I doing this for?
Et puis, il s'est dit, mais qu'est-ce
Was
que tu fous là, quoi?
And even my friend said she could understand every word that she was saying. I was saying, and I thought they were just trying to humour me and thought they were trying to make me feel better.
Donc son ami lui disait, mais je pouvais prendre tous les mots que tu disais. Et il a pensé qu'elle essayait juste de lui faire plaisir, de lui faire se sentir mieux.
But that lady came up to me 2 weeks later and told me she could take everything that I was saying. She was embarrassed because it was a mum and her mum was an alcoholic and she was embarrassed.
I think Eileen had the same experience once also.
Did she?
Yeah, she had, but for a different reason. Et cette
Yeah.
dame, ça c'est, je dis, Eileen a eu la même expérience. Et cette dame est venue le trouver 15 jours après, en privé, et elle lui a dit, tu sais, tout ce que tu as dit, je pouvais tout prendre. Mais j'ai dit non parce que j'étais très embarrassée, parce que c'était ma maman et ma maman était une alcoolique et j'avais pas envie d'en parler publiquement.
So yeah. So I didn't get back up on the platform for 7 years after that.
Oh my God. Donc il lui a pris 7 ans après, encore 7 ans avant de monter sur la plateforme après ça. Tellement ça l'avait perturbé.
And I say this as a teaching tool really because sometimes it can be too soon to get up on the platform and my nerves, my confidence just wasn't able to. It was shattered after that.
Et il dit, voilà, comment dirais-je, c'est une épreuve qui est donnée parce que, ses nerfs, enfin, il pouvait plus, il a dû vraiment passer plein de choses avant de pouvoir passer au-dessus de tout ça et remonter sur la plateforme. Donc, c'était une leçon, une grande leçon.
Yeah. So it was then in 2012 I went on Mavis Patilla's first mentorship.
Et donc, en 2012, il est allé avec Mavis Pitila, sa première mentorat, le cours de mentorat.
And throughout them 7 years, I'm not saying I still was going to workshops and things, but I didn't go up on the platform as
Non,
such.
pendant cette année-là, il a continué à faire des workshops et à étudier la médiumnité, mais il n'est plus jamais monté en démonstration sur la plateforme pendant 7 ans.
I think it's something once you start, you can't turn your back on anymore. You're always involved and always wanting to learn more.
Il dit, je pense qu'une fois qu'on a mis le pied dedans, on peut pas continuer, on veut toujours apprendre, à apprendre encore et à apprendre encore. Donc il a continué quand même.
But in 2012, that was the point where Mavis pulled everything together for me about my philosophy, about prayer, about mediumship and communication, and that's when I got back on the platform and Mavis allowed me that's when I started to get my voice. So I was at the age of 32, so it was 10 years ago, really, because I'm 42 now.
Donc il dit c'est avec Mavis Pitila qui lui a remis dans le cœur la philosophie, l'enseignement, et qu'avec elle il est remonté sur la plateforme. Il avait 32 ans quand il a remonté sur la plateforme pour faire des démonstrations. Il dit donc en fait il y a 10 ans parce qu'il a 42 ans.
Yeah, and I always saw myself, do you know the story of the hare and the tortoise? Where the hare was obviously is a lot faster than a tortoise, and they're both having a race.
Okay.
There's a story about it, and
Oh yeah,
and
of course I know it. Yes, it's
yeah,
just I had to understand what it was. Yeah, of course.
yeah. So, and I'd always classed myself as the tortoise, but I may have been slow within my development, but I've picked everything up along the way and what I've needed, and I've not rushed into anything.
Voilà.
I've always took my time.
It's extremely good and important for students. C'est quelque chose d'extrêmement important pour les étudiants, ce qu'il dit. Vous connaissez la fable de La Fontaine, le lièvre et la tortue. Ben, il dit en fait, moi j'ai été la tortue, donc ça m'a pris toutes ces années, mais en même temps, tout le long du chemin où j'ai été très lentement, j'ai pu prendre des enseignements, j'ai pu prendre des choses extrêmement importantes qui m'ont fait arriver au but. Voilà.
Yeah.
But somebody said the journey is very long to understand and learn.
Yeah, it is, and it's because it's a journey of self-discovery. Mediumship is a journey of self-discovery. It's not just about communicating with the spirit world.
Exactly. Donc la médiumnité, c'est un chemin de découverte de soi. Ce n'est pas juste un chemin de découverte d'apprendre la médiumnité.
Yeah, so within my mediumship, it became creative in writing poetry. I didn't think I'd ever publish a book. Soul Rise, that was an amazing thing, and that's actually gone on to writing songs now and music. It's really gone into a different direction.
Donc c'est parti dans une nouvelle direction parce qu'à travers sa médiumnité, il a commencé à écrire de la poésie inspirée, des chansons inspirées aussi. Donc ça, il dit, ça prend vraiment une toute nouvelle direction aussi, quoi. I think it's important to explain to people that it's a long journey.
It's a long journey.
It's a never-ending journey. C'est un long chemin, c'est un chemin sans fin, vraiment.
Yeah.
Merci, Gisèle. Somebody say you explain very well.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. Thank you. See, I'm a simple soul, so I have to make sure I understand things to be, and I love analogies of things and to be able to explain things to people. It's like sitting in the power. I was searching for that for years. I was searching for it outside of myself, and I had to break it down. It's the poem. I don't know if you saw the poem I've put on TikTok. I think you have seen the poem, haven't you?
No, I have to look at it. I have to look and translate it. Donc il dit, il aime bien de prendre du temps et de décortiquer les choses pour les comprendre et d'utiliser des analogies. Donc il a fait expliquer, s'asseoir dans la puissance. Il a fait un poème sur TikTok. Il faut que je vous le traduise, j'irai voir.
Yeah, so what I've done, so the poem I've just put on, I took a video of the ocean, and I've just spoken the poem.
Yes, okay,
Yeah,
yes, I'm with
that's
you.
it.
Yes.
So that to me is my expression. That's my philosophy on sitting in the power, and we all have to find our own philosophy on that. And it's just remembering the essence of all that ever has been, all that ever will be, and all that is.
Voilà, donc il dit, c'est un poème qu'il a fait. Vous pouvez aller voir, hein, il est aussi sur TikTok. Et avec l'océan, il a fait un poème qui explique s'asseoir dans la puissance. Il dit, c'est ma philosophie, c'est quelque part expliquer, s'asseoir dans la puissance, tout ce qui a été, tout ce qu'il existe et tout ce qu'il sera encore. This millennium is spiritual. Yes, this millennium is starting to be spiritual. It's about time.
Yeah. Well, the sun's gone down on me now.
Yeah, I can see that.
You just see my teeth.
Well, thank you for your time. Please, if it's too long, just tell me, because we could listen all night. So you need to eat. So
I'm absolutely okay. I said it'd be an hour, so I've got another 10 minutes. So I'm all right as long as you're all right. As long as you can cope with the darkness.
No, that's no problem. I'm going to stay longer and talk with them and
Yeah,
doing a couple of demonstration of mediumship. When I'm doing,
okay.
I've found a trick to do it well, because it's the problem with the demonstration of mediumship of TikTok is that you don't see the people, you don't feel the energy of the recipient. Donc
Yeah,
j'explique à Adam la difficulté de faire des contacts de médiumité sur TikTok, c'est qu'on voit pas les gens, on n'a pas l'énergie, and that's extremely important, isn't it? So I have two
yeah.
phones. Wow, beautiful tree.
Oh, look at that.
That's
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah, diamond tree. Thank
Yeah,
you, Ludmila. What I do is I take people on Instagram on my second phone, and
yeah,
then on voice Instagram, because if they cannot come like you, they need a lot of follower. I can
yeah,
hear the voice of the person, and then I can
yeah.
do a demonstration because I
Ah,
need the
okay.
voice. That way, I think you can do it with respect of the spirit world. Donc, je lui explique que
Absolutely.
je le fais avec quelqu'un que je peux prendre en vocal parce que je dois avoir la voix du récipiendaire. C'est
Yeah,
tellement important. Isn't it,
yeah.
Adam? It's from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. Ça devient de
Absolutely.
l'esprit. And it's an energy. That's what is missing when you do it here.
Yeah, yeah, it is. You know, I remember when I first went on the mentorship with Mavis and she got us doing Skype sit-ins, and I'm like, Skype sit-ins? Oh my God, we were all like, oh, we don't know about them. We like doing them in person. We don't do them. And now it's like everything is Zoom, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I mean, it's wonderful, but it's just the fear of technology, isn't it? Sometimes.
Oui, il dit quand il travaillait avec ma vis en tant qu'élève, elle leur faisait faire des démonstrations de médiumnité sur Skype et il disait, donc il y a des années, oh mais mon Dieu, mais c'est pas possible sur Skype. Puis il dit, ben maintenant, on a travaillé avec les technologies, on le fait sur Zoom. And Eileen Davis, you know, she did her first trance on Zoom, and she was so stressed. But
Yeah,
the spirit world, I mean, Eileen a fait de la trance sur Zoom, elle était tellement, mais le monde spirituel est intelligent et il passe. Donc voilà. Est-ce qu'il y a encore quelqu'un qui aurait une question ou deux Il reste encore 10 minutes et puis il va aller manger avec sa douce moitié qu'il attend quand même. Je vous en prie. Est-ce qu'il y a encore une question avant qu'il s'en aille? Vite, vite. N'hésitez pas. Merci pour vos likes. Somebody said about tarot this afternoon. Yeah, they're all listening.
okay.
They're all
Yeah,
mute, they say.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for this
We are
very rich
silent.
moment. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. I've really enjoyed it. This is my second TikTok live.
C'est son
Joining.
deuxième TikTok live. Le premier, c'était tout seul. Now, it's just very reassuring to hear you.
Yeah.
Now, we'll let you go dinner. So somebody's talking about the tarot card.
Tarot.
Yeah. So it was so well explained that there's no question. Thank you.
Oh, oh,
What
wonderful.
book to choose for starting? That's difficult because the English book are not translated in French.
There may be. I mean, the book. You know, there's a book that I loved. It's not necessarily. It's not a spiritualist book either. It's the Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield.
I don't know that one.
Okay, so and it's actually a fictional book, but you actually go on an experience with it, and to me, it really it brought about a journey with it. I read it when I was about 21, I think I was 21, 22, and it was probably the first spiritual book I read, and because I'm not a reader as well, it's and so it was one that really resonated well with me. But it's a journey, it's an experiential journey. This book.
Sarah Richard, who's also a student of the college, said it was my first book. Sarah, si tu peux mettre le titre, il existe en français. Si tu vois so she probably knows it. There's actually an extremely good book in French done by two students of the college. that they've been coming for years, which is la médiumité spirituelle, spiritual mediumship. And I think Betty Tutrice, Bill is going to teach in Brittany. So it's they have a center in Brittany, and it's oh my God, that's a very big question. Izazu, that's a student of the college. How to become a professional medium recognized by the AFC as a French person? Is that possible? If you only speak French, that's complicated.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, you've got the SNUI, haven't you? The SNUI, Spiritualist National Union International,
Yeah.
and I think they have different groups from representing different countries there.
You're right.
And the awards and the education system is open to everybody, so you can still go down there. And I'm sure that if there was a request of that and it needed to be translated, I'm sure that it would be a possibility.
Okay, yes, I'm going to talk about that. Bon, alors il y a, mais pour ceux que ça intéresse, déjà vous avez le collège Arthur Findlay, je vous expliquerai après, mais il y a le SNUI, c'est un site internet, donc Spiritual National Union, I don't know what I means.
International.
International, yeah, okay, absolutely. Et donc, c'est toujours, and it's very cheap, isn't it, to become a member, je crois que c'est 25 € par an, quelque chose comme ça. Et quand vous êtes membre, vous avez accès à des tas de cours gratuits, mais également, il y a des représentants, puisque c'est international, dans toutes les langues. Donc, en passant par là, il devrait y avoir des possibilités. Mais je t'expliquerai, Isabelle, si tu veux. Donc, yeah, it's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and I think that just gets you on the pathway of the educational system, and then, see if you enjoy the education, see whether it is something that you want to, because there's no point doing something that you don't really enjoy, but if it does and it's meant to be, then you'll just embrace it all.
Yeah. Donc il faut peut-être suivre ce petit chemin-là, par là, c'est déjà un départ, et puis voir si on apprécie l'éducation, l'enseignement, le fait de faire ça, parce que ça n'a pas de sens de continuer si on n'aime pas ce côté d'enseigner les choses non plus. So, little by little, little by little. Let me see if there's a last thing before you go.
Hello, Haley Kay. Now, Haley Kay is a lovely lady who I met the first time I went to the Findlay College in 2005.
Oh, wonderful. Hello, lady. Yes, La prophétie des Andes. Yeah, okay, I know the book in French, La prophétie des Andes. Et c'est le premier livre qu'il avait lu. Hello, Haley. Yeah, maybe there was a movie about that too, she said. An incredible movie about it.
It is. The movie is very good as well. The movie is very good.
Le livre et le film est très beau aussi.
But I mean, there's lots of books. I love Mavis Patilla's book, Droplets of God. I don't think that's in French though.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's a lot of books that are not in French. We need translators for books.
Yeah.
We need translators for book. Yeah. Well, thank you, Adam. I think you need to go eating.
I will. I'll go eat now. It's 7:30 here, so I know we're 2 hours behind you, aren't we?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. It's 10:30 here. So
it's
thank you.
10 there.
Yeah, it is for the French people. Yeah,
for the French people, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I'll stay till midnight. You know, there are people on TikTok. They are night birds. But the problem is, for the French people, they start 9:30 because they have to put the kids in bed, and it's difficult to start before that. So it's usually the best. That's what other people told me. So they are saying, have a great time during your dinner.
Thank you very much.
On va les laisser aller manger. Thank you so much for sharing everything with us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been wonderful.
It's wonderful. Also, if I may say, oh yes, before I forget, is that okay for you if I put this interview on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah,
Because there are some people who couldn't follow tonight and would have
yeah,
loved to see it.
yeah,
I see you have your YouTube channel. I've been getting member of it too. I've got
yeah,
mine.
yeah. Oh,
And
thank you.
if ever I keep in touch with you, if you don't mind, we are doing divine service in French with Lynn Parker, and
Okay.
sometimes we are waiting. We are asking for medium guests if you want to be once a guest demonstrating
Yeah, yeah,
with pleasure, and
yeah,
also if you want to do some classes in French, you have a translator on Zoom
yeah.
if you want.
Oh, thank you. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. I've just got to say something as well. When I was talking about my pathway of coming into with learning education, the what I did, it's all changed now. You've actually got the TPS 1 and TPS 2, which has sort of superseded some of the for the CSNU training and for the past training. So I thought I'd better put that in if it's being recorded and put on, or else I'll get told off by the SNU, because
No problem.
I've told you an old system there, but that was my pathway, which people asked, but
Alors,
it's changed
ok.
now.
Donc, le CSNUT, ça a changé. Maintenant, il y a des, how is it? TSNU, TSNU.
CSNU. Oh, it's called TPS1, sorry. TPS1 and TPS2.
Ok, ça s'appelle maintenant TPS1 et TPS2. Donc, il y a
Yeah.
2 niveaux, ça a changé. Il dit, je veux juste le préciser parce qu'il est d'accord que je mette l'enregistrement sur YouTube pour que vous puissiez le réécouter. Mais il dit, je voudrais pas me faire taper sur les doigts par le SNU, que j'ai pas dit les choses. Ça, c'était de mon temps, donc ça a changé. Voilà, il voulait juste ajouter ça. So they are doing a lot of hearts for you, saying
Lovely.
thank you so much for your explaining your journey and transmitting all that you did tonight. And
Yeah, thank you for your wonderful translating as well.
oh, you're welcome. I did my best. It's always for the spirit world. So thanks to you. When are you going back to the UK?
It'll be on Thursday, so we'll be back.
So you still have some days to enjoy. Il a encore quelques jours à profiter.
Yeah, we do.
Il rentre jeudi, donc il a encore un petit moment à profiter. Ils ont du temps tous les deux à profiter encore de ce wonderful experience, isn't it? Well, thanks to your partner, thanks to you. Enjoy your holiday and make the best of it. So you'll be good to go back to work for Spirit World and everything.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Much love to you.
Bye.